defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and lace. Inhale fumes from the stove. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Just about set for the start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Get it! 7-5.
And Richardson will throw to start out here. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Richardson has 36 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
Second and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ready! Cougar 19! Ready!
Play action. Now Richardson. Complete once again to Watson. And he takes this one down almost to the 30.
It's a gain of 33.
Netting him 33 yards.
First down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starts right out of them.
They'll get this out to Genty. Well, shifts past him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
That's another.
The idea here is to win his hands, even if it's in the passing game.
At the
3
12-yard
catches a
line.
week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up
Let's
yardage.
go now. Let's go.
On the ground, here's the 4th round pick from April's draft.
Genty inside the 10.
defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team.
And this throw will be intercepted. He's going to return it to loose football. And extra skill over the defense. Not just keeping the football there.
Second down pass. Intercepted.
In your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Dragon 60. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. We'll drop this underneath for Jensen. Down to the 6-yard line. Pick up 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up second and 4.
I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick up
Richardson complete to the third person.
freshest guys coming
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
Prepared for their step. You go to them early and often.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Off the field, they'll stay put on 4th and 1. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He'll try to do it himself. Richardson hitting and fumbles it. And the defense will get through it, open it, and there he goes. And he's got the fall back for a touchdown. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
On the double. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Now look out. To the 20. And touchdown.
In for the touchdown.
Ken Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Cam Little on for the extra point.
And it's good
His
to
kick
make it
is
7-0.
Makes the score. Visitors 7. Our home team, nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20.
They'll take over first.
He's dropped it to 23-yard
their
line.
own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
Richardson to Marvin Harrison Jr. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Here we go.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
Richardson's pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Set, hurt, come on, set. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it. Look at this defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Now Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact on the down.
Incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
18, pioneer. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of first as he can only get this to the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
He was able to get to the
gain.
edge. They did a
It's
really
4th
nice
down.
job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And
The
his
field
kick
goal
here
is
is
good.
good.
Makes the score. Visitors
The
10.
season and we can
Our
knock some
home team,
there.
nothing.
And what a luxury it is to have a
Little
kid you can
kicking
depend
off.
upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one
Gain
plays
of
out.
19 yards.
Because they're still trying to win
Complete
things
to
out. They
Luther
don't know everything about their own
1st and
team,
10 at
let
the
alone trying to figure
47-yard
out their
line.
opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you?
60
While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Richardson's pass.
Jackson picks it. And this one will be returned.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll be brought down. Just shy of the right area.
It's a tick up with 6. Brings us 2nd and 2.
One of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just didn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
In motion right is Thomas. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one completes out of Pierce. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
For the extra
No
point.
going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra
The
point
kick is
down
good.
the middle. And then they
Makes
just
the
score
score.
17.
Visitors 17. Our home team, nothing. Cam Little to kick
So
off.
an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys
They'll
will
take
set
over.
up shop at the
1st down
23-yard
and
line.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Richardson. It's first and 8. Brings up
So that
2nd and
complicates
18.
things a bit here.
At the
18 yards to
16-yard
go
line.
now on 2nd down. And Richardson back to throw it. That's caught by Harrison, right side.
Richardson's pass.
Just a 1 yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
Brings up third down.
17-0 our score after one. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. Well short of first down.
27-yard line. A gain of 13 on the play.
But it'll still lead to a fourth down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't end up a first down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
70 Ranger, go!
Going for it on fourth, here's Richardson. Oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
Richardson's pass.
Down inside the 35.
It's a turnover on down.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 of 16 yards.
And a first down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
First and 10.
That's a
17-yard
situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, not going to catch him off balance.
So far tonight as he has been terrific in this first
yard
half.
line.
Kennedy Lions. Ready?
They go play action. Daniels. That's caught.
Touchdown.
Brian Thomas from 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
For the extra point. The kick is good. Visitors 24. Our home team, nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
It's a gain of 28 yards.
This is an important possession.
To Kyle
I think
Williams.
this has to be the possession where
First
they come
and
up with
10.
an
That's
answer.
a 46-yard
Few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20.
It's another first down. As this time they get an even 20.
Down.
And it's a real
First
luxury
and
when you have
10
a guy
at
who
the
can turn a
26-yard line.
into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs.
Richardson's pass. Shoes Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 17-yard line.
Ready?
Again, it's Richardson.
Richardson's pass. Intended for Marvin Harrison Jr.
The way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of
Third down
Every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out.
Touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 17 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
And he'll find his way
The two-point conversion is
we're back to a two-score game.
Makes the score.
To 16.
Visitors 24. Our home team.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of
They'll
the
take
end zone.
over.
It's a
First
touchdown.
down and 10.
They'll bring this out
At their
to
own
the
35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum? Oh, wow, open, complete, and all the way in for a touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 65 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Cam Little
to try here for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23.
Makes the score. Visitors 31. Our home team 8. Cam Little to kick
Out
off.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he can have full
For
head
a
of steam
two-point
there.
conversion.
And
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Visitors 31. Our home team 14.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that is
They'll
over the
take
back
over.
line of the end
First
zone.
down
It's a
and 10.
touchback, and they'll
At
bring
their
this
own
out to the
35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
To Brian Thomas Jr. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. And at the 43-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Flag. Bronco 80. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. This complete to the tight end. Tucker Clear. This down to the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another. First down.
They move the chain.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, smash Bronco. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Daniels. And that is Daniels.
Intended for John Johnson. Incomplete.
Chance to exhale just a little bit.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up a third down
started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this effort will be enough as they run it up the step of a couple yards short. Hamilton. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
Warriors 70, 19, Tiger 19, Mustang 19. Go, Champ, go, Champ.
Daniels going to throw for it. And this is caught. Touchdown. Alec Pierce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Cam Little for the extra
now the
point.
extra point. And he's been a busy man for 5 now as he knocks another big touchdown.
Visitors 38. Our home team 14. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the full return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
The kick is
Extra
good.
point splits the upper
Makes the score.
And the visitors on here in this first half.
Our home team 14. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
The offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
And the first
As
down.
they'll stop him with 17 seconds to go
First and 10
in this
at the
first half of action.
47-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. Open man down the field. That's good.
It's a gain of 29.
That means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
19 Lions. Ready?
Richardson looking to throw this. Toward the end zone, but that's
Richardson
incomplete.
Intended for
Here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first
Brings
half.
up second and
Right up
10.
to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And my goodness, another interception.
Richardson's pass. Intercepted. E.J. Speed on the guard.
The And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for around 5 yards, but no more than that. He's brought second down.
39-yard line.
On the end of 4 yards. It's a 4-yard run. So the offense is going to go back home and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And just enough on the throw there. Down on his feet. He's been so there. But when we saw him in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game total football.
He certainly has. And it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they got to think about it. We're not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Let's go. Warriors 70, Cougar 19. Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo, go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
That is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long way back from here. But that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
70, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's caught. He's in the space pass for 25. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of reads, you don't have the chance to run from 52. Now he's settled in the pocket a little more. Reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a change. All right, guys, after fun, it's a gain of 1 yard. Let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready,
Richardson working from the gun. Breaks his tackle. And taking it across midfield.
Richardson. 13 yards on the play.
Taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7.
He's dropped there to number 2.
3 yards is the game that time. Second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Touchdown!
Kyle Williams from 6 yards away. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Dragon 60. Here we
The
go.
offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos. Let go.
They'll try and throw for it.
The 2-point conversion is
successful.
That makes the score visitors 52. Our home team 22.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's only across the 45 to the 46.
First down and 10.
And that's the kind of return
46-yard
to get to
line.
that spot on the field. That allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Intended for Alex Deere.
He's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield
is there
and forced the
defensively.
incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's complete to Pierce. He gets 6. That'll leave him with
To number 14, Alec Pierce. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Pass the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It's a gain of
163 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring
First
down.
and 10 at the 13-yard
First and
line.
10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, Daniels. On the RPO.
Touchdown.
Brian Thomas with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra
The
point
kick is
down
good.
the middle. And the
Makes the score visitors 59. Our home team 22. Cam Little to kick off.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be
His
made
guys
right
take
there
over
at the
first and
25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
18,
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mustang, Cowboy, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he'll tap this and run. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And incomplete on a deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game, and the call challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Bronco 80.
Now it's Richardson.
Richardson's pass intended for complete. And what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both lines doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back.
The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Check out.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And that will be incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hawk 70.
Back to the air with Richardson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back. The result of the play is a turnover on down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go, start.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
19 Lions, go.
Here's Daniels. And he's got Pierce. Now he's loose again. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Alec Pierce, 59 yards. And this offense is running away
for
with
the
this
extra
one.
point. The kick is good. Makes the score is 66. Our home team, 22. Down the middle of the kickoff.
Now it's the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, have to put this game out of reach.
Brings up second and
is
1.
how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They'll get a nice chunk there in the first area. And second and 4 down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Richardson's pass intended for Martin Harrison Jr. Incomplete. Brings up third down
What do you
and
think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
Richardson's pass.
Moses.